You mean the village keepers? Oh, let me think. When I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating mushrooms and tree...
Okay. Did you notice anything else?
Anything else?
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes.
Don't change the subject.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night. But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them.
Do you also think Grandpa...
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. He was actually the one who protected my house. It still feels pretty surreal now that I think... Well, whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look...
Gotcha! Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently?
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. Oh, your grandpa, huh? It's been a while. The last time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any of the food I had prepared. And speaking of my wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't make enough more.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for...
It was nothing. You're looking for him, right?
Yeah.
That's no good. Well, I've known you since you were very young. So as far as I'm concerned, you're family. Please feel free to come by anytime.
Wow, what a nice guy. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Huh? Don't say anything for now. Let's head over there. Stay quiet as you move. Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Have you heard? The mighty King Deshret, the sovereign of our faith, will...
Yes, of course I have. King Deshret is the one and only true ruler of this land. Still, you say he's coming back, but it sure doesn't...
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars than ever. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of... Isn't it a sign of King Deshret's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared?
Huh. Now that you say it, that does make some sense.
Exactly. Those city folks will get what's coming to them.
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Huh?
Who are you? Where did you come from?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Yeah, bro, this guy's something else.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay?
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about King Deshret's resurrection.
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear, and...
Hey, go on.
It's true. It's all true, sir. Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. Delavar also said that once King Deshret returns to our side, it's only a matter of time before we conquer the land on the...
Is that so?
Seems like he still wants to know more.
Got it! At first, I told myself it was just the drink. Please, don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors. If I'm guilty, then everyone else around here is also guilty.
The people here really like King Deshret, but dislike the Dendro Archon.
Where is this radical person you talk?
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been around the village.
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's really not here right now.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not.
I have many ways to stop you from talking, so you'd best just stay home. Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this.
Yes, got it. We'll do...
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrifying. He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that. Oh, but...
I heard that.
Sorry.
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places. Very well.
Isak! I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. I hope I can be as cool as Candace one day. Grandpa? Oh, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa. This is where Grandpa usually stays. There sure isn't much here.
No.
Incense? Please don't say it's the same one as before. But are you okay? Are you getting dizzy or need to...
There's a scent that you can sense, but I can't.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tainari saved the day. And
So, you know Tainari?
Huh? You know him too? Are you...
Yes. Now that I concentrate, I can...
Wait, surely Tainari didn't lecture you too.
No. No need. Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house? In the forest. From a scholar.
Time to go.
What are you looking for, Sino?
Here it is. Take a look right here.
anything.
Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand, from the size and shape, they belong to an adult male. The scent is quite faint.
But who would come looking for Grandpa?
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away.
Huh? So you can lure someone away with just a scent? Hey! What's wrong with liking good food?
Exactly. Most scholars are fond of incense, even deep within the clutches of madness.
No, Grandpa.
So, someone's taking advantage of their weakness? Are the rumors really true? Could the disappearance of all the mad scholars have something to do with the radicals?
It's highly likely.
Please, you have to save my Grandpa. Grandpa's never done anything wrong. Please help him.
Sounds like we'd better help get him back. Don't you worry, Isak. We won't let whoever took him get away with it.
Let's head to Aru village and inform Candace and the others about what we learned here. After that,
Right. The darker fabric definitely looks a lot better. That...
We're back, Candace! We've got a lot to tell you.
Welcome back.
Sounds like everyone's friends already.
Oh, Dia's here too!
You bet. So, everything
reasonably.
Alhaitham didn't go with you?
We haven't seen him at all.
Huh. I saw him around the village entrance earlier and figured he was investigating with you.
Did you find out anything useful? I see. So someone used a kind of incense to lead the exiled scholars away from the village.
The resurrection of King Deshret? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, but not to mention making incense is a labor-intensive process. It seems someone from beyond the wall must have been supporting this.
Makes sense.
So what should we do then?
If it was any other day, that would be your... Didn't you say that the villager got his news from the tavern? Well,
If Paimon remembers correctly...
yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, Engur, the wide-eyed butcher, and Jabbar. These guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in King Deshret. Way they see it, King Deshret's resurrection is their only chance at overthrowing the academia. Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here.
Tia! You're amazing! You really know...
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intelligence. Every mora I've spent in the tavern has been a valuable investment.
Let's head out.
Now hold on,
What?
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. The desert is unforgiving, so compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills I need to go around and ask some questions. Good, then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebat with me, and we'll try our best to figure out where the Mad Scholars have been taken.
All right, sounds like a plan.
Time to go. Time to go.
Well, here we are again.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Paimon's amazed every time we see the wall of Samiel.
I know what you mean. I had the same question every time I walked this way. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms? It was only after I grew up that I realized the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. It serves a more important purpose, keeping out people like us. Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used in we're cheap labor, like livestock, but easier to control. Now, even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. Geniuses like Sataria are one in a...
That's terrible.
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Hey, Dia. You're not...
No, not at all. Besides, we're here to procure
Yep, we gotta catch those...
Shh. Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. We don't want... Our mission started the moment we arrived here. Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe we'll find someone I know. Just our luck.
You mean, you don't see anyone you know?
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. You're...
Zaki. Finally, a friendly face.
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land? Hello, hello. I'm Zaki. Dia's, how would you put it? Drinking buddy?
We've had drinks together a few times. You could say we go back a ways. Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they?
Absolutely. Much better than those people on the other side of the wall. So, Dia, are you looking for someone?
Yeah. Have you seen Enger, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Of course I have. Matter of fact, we were all here drinking together just a few days ago.
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe Delavar and his friends might be interested. Know where I could find him?
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends meet these days.
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Y'all at
Yes, how can...
What? So he's not at the hotel today?
Are we there yet?
Yep, this is the place.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on. Oh.
Oh no! It's an ambush!
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru village? The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you set foot there. Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar.
So, you've been watching us from the...
Uh-oh.
And you left the strongest one in the village, didn't you?
So you and Delavar have been partners all along.
But you got one thing right.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss...
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samio would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Enger, you're here too, huh?
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary. You should have known the traitors are what us followers of King Deshret despise the most.
Dia, I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand why King Deshret is greater than the Dendro Archon. Little did I know, you don't deserve—
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity. Adopting radical views and kidnapping innocent scholars, all because of some baseless rumors.
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just a bunch of faithless scum with only one thing on their minds. Mora. Pathetic. You're all like a pack of street rats.
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As long as there's a profit to be made, anyone can become my friend.
Enough talking! Get him!
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Following order.
New punching bag.
Lauren, everybody stand back! Out of the way!
Windstrap!
Impossible!
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary like me to be out of the loop. I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? And of course you would believe everything he reported. The only thing you know about me is that I'm a mercenary, but even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing all the— That so-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her connections to gain— That's what you thought, right?
Ugh. You lied in the village because you figured that we'd have people watching you.
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart. Pathetic. Okay, that should be all of them.
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in Aru village?
No task can be done without preparation.
Oh, but instead of catching them right away, you let them report back.
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we—
Oh, you mean the funny name she mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house? The wide-eyed butcher, scar-riddled bandit,
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Enger and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Alcohol has a way—
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first. That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle An.
Wait, so he's a radical too?
No, he isn't.
Wow! What?
You're too kind.
So, that thing you were saying before.
About what?
About how mercenaries only care about Mora. And
Does that bother you? What makes you so sure?
Dia, do you dislike the Dendro Archon like the other desert folk?
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god... I've begun to realize that but I see through it all. And unlike them, I can never be hostile towards anyone who's never done anything.
Dia...
Anyway, looks like we're done with business here. Traveler, lend me a hand. Let's tie him up and bring him to the village. This should be all of them. All
right. I'll be in touch.
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can too. She's been guarding Aru village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders...
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, Traveler. As for these idiots, let's just... Right on time. We'll know any moment now.
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know Candace pretty well. Have you been friends for a long time?
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person. Even though she's an extremely strong warrior...
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say, never take the fight outside the ring.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated as she is, and shoulder that kind of responsibility. Us mercs, on the other hand, we pretty much live from one day to the next.
Well, Paimon thinks you're great, too.
Really? Thanks for that.
Oh, Sino's here, and he's...
Yes. I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Oh, you mean you taught Candace some more...
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Come on, let's go inside.
Candace, where... Whoa, you look furious.
Do I? Huh. What gave it...
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners of your mouth.
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry.
Yes, ma'am. Please, don't beat us anymore.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
You fear death yourselves. Yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them as family. You come here to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal. Tell me, what would you do to you in my position?
Mercy! Please have mercy!
You've made your bed.
We may all be desert dwellers, but there's one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of King Deshret will only result in war. The people of Aru Village care little about which god is in power. Life may be tough and tiring, but we wish to preserve our way of life. A war would only cause us to lose all that we have. And that is not a
We understand. We're sorry! I'll tell you everything I know, please, just...
I'm listening.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea. Someone was spreading... Some mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in King Deshret's resurrection. They give their lives, and we can get anything we wish for.
They're called Village Keepers. Slip up again, and you'll regret it.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread the word about King Deshret's resurrection, and talked us into helping him. In return, I'm not sure.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then...
Wait, I'm telling the truth. We don't know anything. It was all him.
2.
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth, I swear. Just that...
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another beating to keep his secrets. No way. That guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face. He calls himself King Deshret's envoy.
I believe I may know what's going on.
Uncle Anpu? What do you mean?
Smooth.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man they speak of could be from the Academia. Some time ago, people from the academia attempted to take the village keepers away. I refused, insisting that they are part of our community. It strikes me now that this secretive character
Which means it's highly likely that the academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the village keepers right into their hands. They were the ones who brought them here to begin with.
Not the academia again.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the village keepers?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the academia. A change in their plans likely means they found another way to exploit the scholars. Regardless, our top priority now is locating the village keepers.
You're right. Isak is still waiting for news on his grandpa.
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track them down.
Yes. Pack up and get ready to leave.
You got it. Candace, I'll let you deal with the radicals. Leave everything outside the village to us.
All right.
Let's meet back here once everyone's ready. Let's get some food in us and then we'll... Whoa! Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
You were gone for ages! And now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Hey, what's with the silence?
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname! There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. It makes it so hard.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So, anyway, you plan to leave Aru Village and keep searching for the truth of this matter, yeah?
Yep. We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here, so we thought that we might as well take the search elsewhere. with the silent treatment!
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
All Hatham. You haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru Village. Bold of you to question our choices.
Yeah, you're all talk!
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do, which I've now finished.
Really? Paimon doesn't believe you.
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts. Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
Huh? Right here in the village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But, before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
What does that mean?
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
You mean, some of them lied to us?
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Remember what Guarda said. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived. The reason being, to someone who only...
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and strength.
Right. You were asking about the the mad scholars.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are King Deshret fanatics in the village. If she sounds too...
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange...
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru Village at night.
Then, why would she lie?
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself.
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
Miss Shawnee, as we discussed...
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but how can I make sure that...
Huh? What do you mean? We need to clarify our stance or something?
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the answers you want. Go on. Earn her trust.
Is it really that simple?
May I call you Traveler? Hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something. Do you think the resurrection of King Deshret can truly change Sumeru for the better? Why's that? That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you. Even before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this. Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
Yeah! We came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really residents of any one nation. But even so, we've met lots of people from different places, and we've always fought for what we believed in. We have friends in Sumeru, and we want to help them. That's why we decided to stay here for a while.
I want to trust you. My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back for more information.
Alhaitham told us you have your reasons. It's okay. We understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in King Deshret. I don't belong to either side, and neither side would want me.
Speaking of which, the radicals mentioned that they despise traitors. Do they just think that anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how I behave. I'll always be suspected of having ulterior motives. Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to hear or see anything. And then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation, and I didn't dare breathe a word about it to anyone. Until now.
You can tell them. I'm sure she'll keep your secret.
All right. I'll tell you what I told Alhaitham. I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes, I hear strange crying sounds in the night.
There are ghosts?
Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It used to be louder and more frequent. But ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, but because we're in the middle of a desert, he would rather...
There's really nothing around these parts, except for an old hospital not far from the village.
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned for years.
Yeah, let's go!
Sounds good to me.
Show me the...
Wind strike.
Here's the goods! Shazam!
Take that!
You wait! Ooh, is this the place? It's in terrible shape. Monsters, watch out!
Wind and cloud.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Don't be scared!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
Let's light it up! Magic lamp!
Wind strike.
I'm going in!
Clouds high, the birds come.
Go get him, you Guarda! Stay put!
As one with wind and cloud. Wind strike.
They were easier to deal with than Paimon had expected. Super strong bandits? Or monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the... He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
This is the one. Let's go in and take a look.
Hey, Hitam, we haven't found Squad. Are you sure we aren't wasting our time here?
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then... I'm taking a break.
And just like that, he sits down. Wait, he even brought a book to read? What are you reading? Let Paimon see!
Okay, sure.
Huh? The natural position, which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion in contrast with an object in...
So...
Oh, Paimon gives up! You keep reading your book, see ya! How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this. Hey! Paimon's your Tibet travel guide. Paimon knows plenty of useful stuff already. Anyway, is that Paimon's fault that the books people read in Sumeru are so complicated? Paimon's getting so sleepy. Huh? What was that sound?
There it is. It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
It's from below.
But there's no way we can get down there.
Something is off about the interior here. As I thought, there's a hidden structure.
Wow. It's like they tucked another hospital into this one. Oh, it looks like there are other mechanisms around here. Let's keep exploring. Don't be scared!
Time to go.
Stay put! Don't put off until tomorrow what you can do today. Come on, let's get a move on. Why do so many people make such a big deal out of seeking the Adepti? There's Adepti everywhere, isn't there? Ooh, what's happening over there? Can we take a sneaky peek? Huh? Can we?
put off until tomorrow what you can do today. Come on, let's get a move on. Ooh, what's happening over there? Can we take a sneaky peek? Huh? Can we? Don't put off until tomorrow what you can do today. Come on, let's get a move on. Why do so many people make such a big deal out of seeking the Adepti? There's Adepti everywhere, isn't there? Ooh, what's happening over there? Can we take a sneaky peek? Huh? Can we? put off until tomorrow what you can do today. Come on, let's get a move on. Why do so many people make such a big deal out of seeking the Adepti? There's Adepti everywhere, isn't there? Don't put off until tomorrow what you can do today. Come on, let's get a move on. Ooh, what's happening over there? Can we take a sneaky peek? Huh? Can we? Why do so many people make such a big deal out of seeking the Adepti? There's Adepti everywhere, isn't there? Don't put off until tomorrow what you can do today. Come on, let's get a move on. Why do so many people make such a big deal out of seeking the Adepti? There's Adepti everywhere, isn't there? What's happening over there? Can we take a sneaky peek? Huh? Can we?
Teamwork is dreamwork! Adventure!
Let's sweeten the deal!
Wind strike! Clouds high, the birds call!
Everybody stand back! Hey, go away! Don't be scared!
fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Let's light it up!
Wind Strider!
I'm going in!
Ready, go! Don't be scared!
Here you go. I packed it all into a bag for you.
One with wind and cloud! Wind Strider!
Ta-da! No! Oh, fine.
Let's light it up!
Time to go. Who says there aren't benefits to a life of wandering? Wind Strider! is the end.
Don't be scared! You play!
Time to go.
Let's sweeten the deal!
Everybody stand back! Let's...
Clouds high. The birds come.
Don't be scared! Stay put! I'll ensure you're safe. Look! There's someone over there! Good idea! Let's approach him slowly without alarming him.
Wait. You're...
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But he looks too young to be anyone's grandfather. Also, why is he the only one here?
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the Academia.
he's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No. And that's the problem. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone... Leaving that question aside for the moment, looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Loaded with people?
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry. The symptoms are identical. Looks like we found living proof.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Allow me to jog your memory. Recall your time at Port Ormos. Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Oh, now that you mention it, they're acting the same way.
Correct. The Academia is behind all of this. It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale.
First, the Academia spread a false rumor of King Deshret's resurrection.
These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action. As well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends, this
life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since King Deshret's death all those years ago.
Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better.
Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of King Deshret,
and look for no further explanation than differences of belief. The notion of an Academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may seem like a
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. But there's still one very important question. Wasn't it the Academia that brought the scholars to Aru village in the first place? What?
Throughout this process, one thing has changed. The scholars, first, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were... An exile is still patently a living, breathing human being. But when someone becomes a missing... If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened.
Resource? For what exactly?
One possibility is that the information in their brains could...
Extracted? You mean canned knowledge comes from people's brains?
With the technology of the Sumeru Academia, it's entirely possible. Perhaps the process caused them great suffering, which is why they cry out.
So, the human brain... Nope, nah, Hyman doesn't want to think about this.
I'm the Academia scribe, after all. Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were extra... Or perhaps, his curiosity got the better of him.
Hyman's a little confused. Can...
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer. That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life. However, I can't help but wonder. The Academia is going out of their way to look for... I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge capsule, but to no avail.
You mean you're not even slightly interested in getting your hands on this forbidden stuff?
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects.
Sounds like you're really against all this.
Of course. The Academia's actions run contrary, whether it be academics or knowledge. Everything has its boundaries. This matter needs to be corrected. Just like...
Wait! Didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Not to be callous, but no. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well. What do you plan?
Probably not.
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my... The divine knowledge capsule is something I want to investigate in full.
Hyman's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the Academia, but...
You're probably right. Though I must say, I quite enjoy this feeling of being the odd one out. Uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
Wow, that's a great way to think about it.
I'm just a more likable person than her and... He won't last long if we leave him here. We'll work out our next step after we return to Aru Village.